Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins, we got the special report. It's been a busy week and we're covering it right now. What the heck just washed ashore on the coast of Japan? People are speculating all over the world. They're even dubbing it Godzilla egg or what have you, UFO, something unknown. Well, we've got a lot of videos tonight that we're going to be covering, but this was the biggest news of the week, so we thought we'd go in and delve into it just a bit and see what the heck these people that showed up, the officials surrounding this object, which is quite interesting that they're actually surrounding this thing with a lot of caution. What are they afraid of? Some videos and photos of surface showing them approaching it in hazmat suits. Is there some kind of biological radiation effects that could be coming off this thing? It's quite interesting, but apparently there was a lot of concern by the government, and they were hyping it, and still to this day are hyping that this object is unknown in nature. Well, after doing a little bit of research and a lot of comments out there, people were stating right away, and I have to say that it definitely resembles some kind of steel buoy, in my opinion. These pictures are interesting that's coming in from the coast, but when you compare it to some of the people that have been doing some research out there, it seems to me it could be a steel buoy. We're going to be getting those photos in just a bit, but what's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's just interesting. They just removed this thing from the beach, and people are still wondering, the people in the area, Japan, like, okay, what is this thing? And it's still mysterious. They're saying they're going to dispose of this thing, but they're not giving a definitive answer to what this is. So that's really curious. But then again, there's reports that this thing fell out of the sky and maybe space. That's why it has these burn marks on there as well, which is interesting. It's hard telling, but then again, with the sleuths out there sending us photos, we came up with a couple of these right here. Do they match?
Yeah, this is a landmine from, I think, World War II, recovered and disarmed. And then we have basically these steel buoys for hangars, barges, all kinds of usage for this kind of steel buoy. So I'm just curious, what is Japan all freaking out about? And this one has just made the rounds as well. People are saying, guys, you got to look at this. Flying saucers just landed in the middle of, I think we're trying to figure the exact location, but right away, obviously there's no manipulation here of CGI. This is really out there, and when I first saw this video, I wanted to get a closer look, so I started to pull up the video and look at it, and definitely it looks like something out of the ordinary. And apparently the cameraman was going to get a closer look and find out what this craft was, and that's why we're reporting this to you right now, because we wanted to do some follow-ups and see what was going to come of this. Again, some high-res photos as we're looking at whatever this thing is. People were speculating this is some kind of alien craft that has landed in the middle of this forest range. This is quite interesting, but then we did a little bit more research and these guys popped up, and apparently this was all some kind of artistic UFO representation. And this is good to know that, again, the sleuths out there find what's going on, and I'm appreciative that we're able to prove, I think, in my opinion, that this was all some kind of staged artistic representation. And this is good stuff to follow up on in case you come across this. But then again, it sure did look good in the beginning, and I don't blame people for thinking that there's something strange, and it could be something otherworldly. But again, it was some kind of artist representation. So this is interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We received this video a couple days ago and we're like, damn, this looks pretty good, but it's just almost too good to be true. But then if I was driving on the side of the road and I saw something like this too, I'd pull over and capture whatever this is and get a close-up look. And we're just here to bring in the information. And as soon as we got it and we found out the second angle, which really proves what this object is, and Verdad Occulta was out there to actually be on location too to announce whatever these guys were doing, creating some sort of photo shoot. So again, this is good to follow up right here at Third Phase Moon to catch up on what's really happening with the reports on the ground.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Brandon. It reminds me of, it was about a couple years ago. Do you guys remember the monolith that was discovered, I think, in the Utah desert? We're able to speak with the pilot, the helicopter pilot that rolled in there the first day and started taking pictures. And the world was shocked. But the guy got back to me, the pilot, and explained to us that this was all built by man, and he got back to me the same day. So this is about as good as reporting as we could do in regards to this event. I think it happened in Venezuela, but I'm not sure. Verdad Occulta next to the artist creating some kind of UFO art. So if you're gonna do UFO art, at least take pictures and let people know it's UFO art, and let's find out what's really going on. And again, like you said, Brent, if you were rolling on the side of the road and you knew the area and you came across this, definitely film it and upload it and ask questions. We'll get the UFO, now. Bro. Another video just sent to Third Phase Moon. Guys, take a close look at this.
UFO!
So last week, we shared with you some nighttime footage of this flying saucer on board a flatbed truck being hauled off in the night. Well, now we have more angles of this event, and we even have more footage coming up. But what are we looking at? Again, we posted this, I think, is a few days ago on Third Phase of Moon, asking the question. Still, nobody's ever gotten back to us, or the sleuths out there haven't figured it out just yet. So if you guys could let me know what's going on, I'd appreciate it. And now we even have more nighttime footage of this thing being transported at night, being accompanied by police vehicles. But look at this, it's just it's right there, you see it, and I don't think it's some kind of cap or a concrete cap. Could it be a movie prop? Again, this time we're really getting a good look at it. The first video was very fast, but now we finally get to see this in broad daylight and at night. Brent, your thoughts?
Yeah, like I said last week when we broke this, I'm just wondering, where's the heavy security if this was indeed something from another world or some sort of test craft that we're not allowed to see. Look, we're seeing it out in the open. We don't see too much military presence, maybe a cop or two on the side of the road. I'm still more leaning that this is indeed some sort of movie prop, that they're going to set someplace up in the desert and get their shots, and they're just transporting this, and it looks good. It looks like a spaceship. But could it be a lid to some big foundation, water tank or something like that? Again, it doesn't look like that. It looks more set up for a science fiction film to me.
Yes, but then there are a lot of people wondering what it is, and you would think that there would be some kind of official statement to find out exactly what this object is that's being transported across America. So that is a question to ask too. Where is the major media talking about it and trying to help the people figure this out? This is kind of like groundbreaking on the internet. Major media has a lot more resources than a lot of other people. So if anybody could tell us exactly what's going on, just so we could squash it, that'd be cool. But right now, again, it's hard to tell exactly, like you say, Brent, if this is some kind of movie prop, maybe more artistic representation, like what was just exposed a few minutes ago, and they're hauling it off to do something. Not sure, Brent.
Yeah, it'd be pretty exciting if this was a 1947 film of the military taking something that was crashed in Roswell, and this was what we saw in some leaked tape came out or film. Then that would be really exciting, because Roswell 1947, that's a big mystery. They said a disc crashed in the desert. Day afterwards, the military says it's just a balloon. And again, maybe they're just transporting something like this in plain sight too. At the same time, they could get away with that as well.
Yeah, hidden in plain sight. Why not? Just say, hey, just take it out there. Nobody's going to believe this is a real UFO crash landed or recovered, and let's just transport it out in the middle of the public. They'll think it's a movie prop, and they're not hiding. It's just interesting. Hopefully we could get some answers. Now, we've got a UFO video just in. Let's just roll it real quick. It's off the coast. Watch this.
Alienígena, olha só.
All right, that thing, whatever it was, went by pretty quickly. I'm going to look at it again real quick, get a side-by-side comparison. Is this some kind of hawk or a falcon bird, eagle, like swooping across? It's hard to tell. When I get a little closer look at it, I'm not convinced that this is a UFO. One more time, and we'll move along. Guys, what do you think? It's interesting, but I think, again, more videos coming in. Let's roll this one. We're at 30,000 feet up in a commercial airliner, something being captured below. This one's pretty compelling. Let me get a closer look, a side-by-side comparison. Let's take a closer look. I'm not seeing any wings on this, so it's hard to tell. Is this some? It seems to be glowing, keeping its pace with a commercial airliner above, probably moving about the same approximate speed of at least 330 miles an hour. But then again, I'm not seeing any kind of wing or FAA lights on this. This is a good one, Brent. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, this is pretty cool right here. I love it. Commercial planes and people in there capturing it, shooting their cameras out the window and see the phenomenon. Again, this is unexplained. We do have certain dates and times. Here, check this out.
Yep, more videos coming in of the same phenomenon. This is just another angle, maybe definitely a different airliner. Man, we're receiving these videos on a liquid basis right now, coming into Third Phase Moon, and we're looking at them in kind of real time. So we got two videos coming in, basically kind of the same phenomenon captured at the same time. We're going to do a side-by-side comparison, and again, a closer look, and the same features. I'm not seeing any FAA lights, any wings. I'm trying to get as close as I can, and it seems that there's some shimmering of light. Is this it? Is this an airplane off in the distance, and the pixelation on the camera itself? It's hard to tell, but I'm saying the quality of this video is pretty good. And after I enhanced it, added some brightness contrast, I'm not seeing any wing. I could be wrong, but it definitely resembles a Tic Tac, if you ask me. Brent, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's like the fighter pilot that shot that cylindrical object over Alaska. That's what he claimed it looked like, and they didn't know what was keeping it up in the air. This first one that we just presented to everybody is pretty classic. I like the way we get the close-up of it, and I'm seeing no wings at all either. I am interested in when it glows. I'm thinking it's more of the sun just glinting on it at that perfect point, not any means of propulsion, just a hit of the sun on the fuselage. But the close-up really reveals no wings, unless the pixelation is so soft that it's just bleeding out of there and it softens it out that we're not seeing it. But this is a really good footage right here.
Yeah, let me pull it up again, the side-by-side comparison, and I'm just trying to look at this again closer. Guys, what's your thoughts in this live premiere right now? We're with you in the chat, and I like the way the passenger is able to zoom in, show its perspective, see how far below this thing is, and as I'm doing the enhancements, again, I'm not seeing any indication. If this is on top, you would think you'd see a wingspan on this or any kind of hint of a wing, and I'm not seeing it. So again, this is a very curious footage, and again, liquid news coming into Third Phase of Moon. Maybe the same day we're trying to confirm this, but I know this came in to our feed just hours apart, so something's going on in the skies, in my opinion. And this represents, again, something quite peculiar, as our pilots have stated in the Navy. They dubbed it the Tic Tac. I wish the government would show us some good footage, some really broad daylight footage like we're sharing with you now, enhancing the footage. But again, what do you make of it? Do you think there's something going on right now that's a little bit more up on the upscale?
Obviously, it's been a busy 2 weeks, and pilots and people are giving us emails of activity that's happening real time within the past month. And I do think that things are getting active, and there's probably going to be more of a presence out there. People are going to be seeing and filming this phenomenon as we speak on a daily basis.
That's right. If you've captured anything out there, guys, just contact us. Our email is in the description, and upload that video to YouTube. Copy paste that link to my email. I got Facebook, Twitter, we got an Instagram. Any way you think you could get us the information, we'll put it out as fast as possible. That's what we do here. What we're putting up, we don't have the answers to. Maybe tomorrow we'll have an answer to some of these sightings. Maybe we won't. That's what we're here for. We're bringing it out so you could decide and help us in this journey to disclosure. Now, again, UFO Endgame to Disclosure, our latest documentary, is going to be dropping March 14th. It's coming around the corner. Again, here's the documentary for UFO Endgame. You could pre-order it right now on all streaming services. Everybody, have a great night. We'll see you next time.
It's a mind-blowing situation. For the public, it's like, oh, a conspiracy theory, it's entertaining. But if you're actually in a responsible position and you find out that there's a whole secret government program that you don't know about, it's a shock.
This report comes from a shadowy Pentagon department that was shut down in 2012.
The disclosure movement has been hijacked by people parroting the narrative and the script being written by these black projects. I would say 90+% of everything that's going to come out is false.
The most widely seen UFO right now is not alien, it's actually ours.
It's a great cover story for all kinds of criminal activities. Blame it on the aliens, right?
If we are being visited by interdimensional beings, we should know about it.
This has the big disadvantage of the truth being much more unbelievable than the fiction.
It's the crash retrievals that are the Rosetta Stone for solving the UFO cover-up.
The implications of this is the difference between extinction level civilization versus one that's going to take off to the stars.
It's available worldwide March 14th, 2023. Pre-order it. It's available. Guys, take care. We'll see you next time.